Hi. There she is. Good girl. Off. Yes. Good girl. Welcome to the virtual learning program. We're going to use little Miss 8-week-old Xena here because she's a jumper. And I'm going to ignore all of the jumping, but we're going to teach her how to begin to understand off. So I use the food, make sure she likes it. As soon as 4 paws are on the floor, off. Yes. And then I pay her. Good girl. And I move to another new spot, keeping in mind my 3 to 5 minute session. Off. Yes. Good girl. And only doing the 4 steps. So get the behavior I want, the definition first, which is 4 on the floor. Then cue it, OFF. Then mark it, YES. And then pay it. So obviously short attention span puppy, which is totally fine. Yeah. Yes. Good girl. Oh, there you go. She's like, okay, ready? Off. Yes. Good girl. Do you not want it? There you go. Oh, it's right here. You missed it. She's like, I missed it. We're going to go with a little bit higher value food. Here we go. Xena, come. Yes. Good girl. Oh, what's that? Ooh. Is that higher value? Okay. And again, we just get the behavior we want. So 4 on the floor. Off. Yes. And then we pay her. Good girl. We move to another new spot. 4 on the floor. I tend to put out my hand. Off. Yes. And then I pay her. It's going to act kind of as my stay cue later, but that's okay. Harper, down. Thank you. Wait. Good girl. Xena, touch. Yes. Good girl. Off. Yes. Good girl. And we move to another new spot. Off. Yes. Good girl. And sometimes the food comes from my right hand, sometimes my left hand. Basically, I want to keep moving to different spots, but I just want her to start word associating that to not jump. So even if I have food over here, if she plants her feet on the ground, then it's off. Yes. And she gets paid. Good job. And this is just her dinner. I actually have the kibble mixed in with some canned food. I started with just her kibble, but that wasn't as effective. So I wanted to get a higher value with the canned food, which is why I brought both. So 3 to 5 minute sessions. If she jumps up, I ignore. I even turn so that she doesn't get any attention because she made a mistake. But then when she's 4 on the floor, Xena, off. Yes. And pay. So she doesn't understand off yet. We're trying to teach her what that means. So she's going to make mistakes, which is perfect. And we can even prompt her a little bit. Hi! But then off. Yes. And then pay. So that if she goes home to her family or she meets other people on the walk, etc. later on, she understands not to jump up because she's going to be a bigger dog. Off. Yes. Good girl. Nice job. Nicely done. Ready? Off. Yes. Good girl. I don't say yes until after her paws are already on the ground. Ah! Off. Good girl. Yes, there we go. She said, I got distracted. Got distracted. And we'll do one more for good measure. Xena, off. Yes. Yay. Good job, Scatter. Good girl. And that's how we start the off of no jumping. So as we do more videos, we'll integrate basically the counters, going outside, tables, etc. Off. Yes. Good girl. And help her learn not to jump on couches and everything else. But right now, that's where we want to start, just to show her that, right? So even if I came over here, we turn so that she can't do the bad behavior, the unwanted one. And then when she's correct, ready? Off. Yes. Good girl. That way she has to think. She got to think. And this is just the very first time I really worked with her with off. So mistakes can happen. They should happen. They can learn from them. We just want to get them so that if they do jump up, wah! Off. Yes. That then they don't happen. You got to get her to problem solve and say, jumping up made her turn around. I didn't get paid. I should not jump up. And that way it's actually free choice. There's no force involved. And off. Yes, good girl. There we go, Skinner. Good girl. But we can get her excited and then we can turn her off. So like with kids especially, that's important. But this is where we start. So as always, off. Yes, good girl. Happy training.